Good evening, Messiah, and welcome to Falcon Update here on YBTV. I'm Connor Zodi.
And I'm Gabby Rios. Connor, how are you doing tonight?
Well, thank you for asking, Gabby. In fact, I am doing absolutely fabulous tonight, and that is because the Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl 60 champions. How are you doing, Gabby?
I am doing great. Congrats to you for your team winning last night's Super Bowl.
Thank you.
I'm overall very excited to be here with you on our first live show for YBTV tonight. And we have a bunch of exciting events to recap on, so let's get right into it. Student ministries began recruiting for new leadership on Thursday recently. Students filed out of chapel with the opportunity to learn more about what student ministry does. This was a great way not only to get involved, but enjoy a little snack before class. If you're interested in joining student ministries, email studentministries@messiah.edu or just stop by after chapel.
Did you know that it takes 450 years for one single plastic bottle to decompose? The wheel was spun as the Office of Sustainability launched a deeper look into how our efforts shape the earth we live on. Cardboard bingo sheets were given, along with paper cups and filled with Skittles for scoring. Emily Phillips, the waste coordinator at Messiah, told us more about the event.
I'm here at Library Bingo, our first campus Race to Zero Waste event, where you can play bingo and learn about sustainability on campus.
Prizes were given throughout the night as eye-opening facts about sustainability were dropped about what actually happens to our food after it's tossed away at Lottie. In case you missed this event, don't sweat. Sustainability hosts events regularly, so keep your eye out for the Messiah.Sustainability Instagram page, or check out the This Week at Messiah page found through Falcon link.
It's that time of year where stress is high, but SAB always provides a good time. Let's see what they planned last week. Danny Johnson has the story.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind wanting to start again? Well, guess what? You're not alone. Students filled the Union ready to dance their feelings away as SAB hosted their annual Glow Dance. There were so many different activities such as temporary tattoos and bracelet making. Some might remember it from last year, but this year it has a special theme to it.
So our wonderful DJ actually suggested doing a 2016 theme, and since that year has been especially nostalgic for our generation, we decided to focus the music, the food, the activities, everything around our 2016 theme. So we're super excited. We always love to serve as much of the student body as we can and reach different groups of people. So I'm really excited to see some people that I don't always see at dances come today, and just to see a great crowd out there.
Shuffling it back to 2016 is definitely a blast from the past. Make sure to stay up to date on all future events by SAB by following them on Instagram at MessiahSAB. Reporting for YBTV, I'm Danny Johnson.
Thanks, Danny. That definitely looked like an exciting night of dancing. We'll be right back with more Falcon Update after this break.
My name is Nathan Sims. I'm a junior at Messiah, and I'm a double major in both film and media arts and Spanish. I grew up making films as a kid. I saw that Messiah had a film program, and so when I visited, I just thought this is the perfect fit. Both the theory and practical considerations here have really increased my skill set, not just in a technical sense, but also from a theoretical perspective as well. I think the biggest piece that I'll add to my portfolio before I graduate is the final film for the junior and senior film project. That'll probably be my crowning achievement because I'm working with so many other artists and other film majors, and it's just been a really great opportunity so far. I think I'm most excited to use skills I've learned in documentary class. I have to make ethical decisions in every step of the process to really come up with a strong and truthful way to tell someone else's story. I think my professors have done a really great job of being strong examples for what combining your faith and your ethics with an art form like film, what that looks like. And so the interactions have almost always been positive because they're really invested in what their students are learning. One of my most valuable experiences was my internship, where I was able to actually apply what I learned in the classroom to the real world, and I think that's a completely invaluable experience. Personally, I did my internship with the Department of Natural Resources in Maryland, One of my favorite experiences at Messiah so far has actually been the Splice Film Festival, which allows students to submit their own personal work, and being able to share the art that I created as well as my fellow classmates was absolutely beautiful. I think the market right now is very open for film and media arts majors. There's a lot of different ways that you can plug in, both at nonprofits, at regular organizations. I worked in the government, and so I think there are absolutely a lot of opportunities.
Welcome back to Falcon Update. I'm Connor Zodi.
And I'm Gabby Rios. And Connor, is it me or is it just getting colder every day?
You're right, Gabby. It has been getting colder every day for a long time, but I do believe that the temperatures are supposed to rise a little bit upcoming. Don't know about the wind chills, but I still have to bundle up a lot. How are you weathering the cold?
I'll be honest, the snow and the cold was nice for a little bit with having a few days off, but at this point, I'm really getting tired of it and just praying for warmer temperatures.
Me too. Let's see what Micah Hubicki has in the works for this week's Falcon Forecast. Micah?
My name is Mike Hubicki, and tonight I will be bringing you your Falcon Forecast. Starting off, we're looking at temperature of 23, with the high today being 27, a low of 14, and 0% precipitation. Looking ahead at our Tuesday planner, we've got temps starting at 17 degrees in the morning, rising over the course of the day. By midday, for the first time in 2 weeks, we will be above freezing. And we will remain above freezing for the remainder of the evening. Onto our surface map, we can see that we've got a bit of a freezing rain system coming in from the north up here, which may result in some colder temps as today goes on, which we will see with our temperature map. As you can see, we are looking at temps in the high 20s, with Harrisburg and York being both at 28, and Lancaster at 27. On to the rest of the week with our 7-day forecast. We are starting off at partly cloudy for most of the week. On Friday, we'll be going to fully sunny, back to partly cloudy on Saturday. Sunday, we're going to get a little bit of snow, and then back to just some partly cloudy on Monday. And that concludes our Falcon forecast for this week. Make sure to bundle up, stay warm. For YBTV, I'm Mike Hubicki, sending it back to the desk.
Thanks, Micah. You did a great job for your first appearance on air. Now, Josiah Rodriguez is going to give us the rundown for events happening this week on campus. Josiah?
Good evening, Messiah University. My name is Josiah Rodriguez, here to deliver your campus calendar for this week. With temperatures starting to rise, let's see what's happening on campus. Did you watch the newest season of Stranger Things? SAB wants to test your knowledge about the show at a Stranger Things trivia tomorrow, Tuesday, February 10th from 7 to 8. Get ready to talk all things the Upside Down. Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and Minds Matter reminds us to love ourselves as much as others, especially our minds. Take a break from studying and assignments to participate in some relaxing activities like creating self-care jars, bracelet making, and taking photos at the photo booth. Bring a friend and take time to love your mind. Did you buy your Jervis Campbell concert ticket yet? Even if you didn't, SAB is hosting a listening party to get you ready for it. There will be some themed crafts and raffles, so make sure to stop by and enjoy the fun. MCC and Prevention Education are joining forces to help you create your own bouquets on Friday, February 13th. Materials will include national flowers of various countries and lots of goodies to take with you for your Valentine's Day celebrations. That's all for our campus events here at Messiah this week. Thank you all for tuning in, and now it's back to the desk.
Thanks, Josiah. That's all we have for right now, but stay tuned because Cam and Lily are going to bring you the latest on Messiah Sports.
Sort of under the impression that I needed to find like one thing that was my thing, and that there was somehow greater purpose in finding that one thing. But what I learned from studying at Messiah with a liberal arts education, with an education that really dignifies a number of pursuits, was that yes, I'm called to certain things in certain times in my life, but the adventure continues. All the things that God has given us are good things. They all can be ways in which we can further the kingdom, ways in which we can do good in our world. And so the adventure of finding which one to engage in at which time and how to do the best you can with the opportunity before you is one that we should all be enjoying, that God has given us. And that's a perspective that I credit Messiah with helping me form and helping me see.
Messiah has helped me see my faith anew, mainly through the experiences I've gone with other professors and other students. I think it's important to understand that as Christians, we are all different. We all come from different backgrounds and we have different life experiences. I think it's really important that we get to understand and hear and listen to these people, and it's something that we can take a small part of their life and put into ours.
Being able to talk about faith and Christianity and what that means is important to me, because working in a secular environment, a lot of times questions of ethics and morality come into play. And I think having a faith-based education really equips people and our students to be able to go out into the workforce and be able to serve their communities ethically and morally, and be confident about who they are in their Christianity.
Absolutely filthy goal there. Boom goes the dynamite.
Here on Falcon Update, I'm Lillian Boo.
And I'm Cameron Fisher. It's that time of the show where we get to run through the past week of Messiah Athletics.
It is, and we saw a lot of success from our Falcon athletes this week.
On Saturday, Hoyt Lechtaler set a new men's indoor track record in the weight throw at the Mini Dip Invite hosted by Franklin and Marshall College. Lechtaler's toss of 17.01 meters not only earned him a first-place finish, but also placed him above and beyond the previous record of 16.67 meters set back in 2013.
That same day, Caleb Lyles scored his 1,000th career point in the Falcons game against the Pride of Widener University. This made Lyles the 27th player in program history to reach career points.
And for wrestling, Keegan Demarest broke the single-season record for takedowns, reaching 193 takedowns. Demarest mark surpasses the previous record of 186 set by Lucas Malmberg during the 2016-2017 season, a record that stood for nearly 10 years.
Also, make sure to keep an eye out on swimming this week as they compete in the Max Swimming Championships over the weekend.
Now let's move into the highlights in this week's edition of the Falcon 4.
For our first highlight of the evening, let's take a look at an overpass that resulted in a scored point for the men's volleyball team. Brandon Sharp executed a clean kill after the overpass was made by Juniata. Here we see Juniata's setter setting up for the play. And as it goes up and clean over the net, goes up and over, stopped by Juniata, and there's Sharp for the kill. Just a clean shot right in the center there. Beautiful execution. We'll see it again here. Up and over, up by Juniata, and down by Sharp. Very quick thinking there, resulting in that point. Sharp continued his strong execution by ending the night with 29 assists. This was ultimately the Juniata Eagles who took home the win, but the Messiah Falcons put up a good fight throughout the rest of the match. The Falcons' next appearance on the court will be taking place out of state in Berea, Ohio at Baldwin Wallace University this Friday at 8 p.m.
For our next highlight, we stay on Jordan Court for the start of what would be a historic week at Hitchcock. Down by 1 to the Pride, Johnny McBride collected the rebound, setting up Lyles, and the rest is history. Lyles McBride, excuse me, to inbound to Lyles, getting around a defender, up and in for two, and adding 1,000 to that plate. We take a look at it again here. Lyles getting around the Pride defender, just an easy layup for him, adding to the 1,000 career club. And with that, Caleb Lyles became just the 11th Falcon to reach this achievement, and his counterpart on the play, Johnny McBride, would pick up 12 points of his own, including 3 blocks. Widener would ultimately play spoiler, ending a milestone week at Messiah, 90-89. The Falcons are back in action Wednesday night against Eastern at 7 p.m.
For our next highlight, we head over to York College as first-year wrestler Caleb Britting fought his way to a decided 3-point move and hoped to close out the night with a win on the road for Messiah. Here's Britting and Pearson from York. Britting grabbing holds, keeping the holds. He'll go towards the outer part of the circle here, almost forcing Pearson out. Grabs a hold, rotates around fully, and down. The takedown is good. That will result in a 3-point move for Britting and for Messiah. We'll see it again here. Just a nice execution on that rotation, completely executing the pin and all the way down to the mat for Britting. Britting ended his individual match with 3 points, along with several of his teammates scoring several points, and 3 technical falls in total for the team. The wrestling team will appear for their next matchup at Elizabethtown College on February 13th at 7.
For our last highlight, this one's a little special for us, Lily, because we were on the call for it. We go back to Jordan Court, where history struck Hitchcock yet again. Up by 8 with 9:25 to go in the second quarter, the shot clock would be against the Falcons' favor, not until Charlotte Milanese reached into her bag of tricks and had some magic at the buzzer. Here we see Milanese step out of bounds, getting the pass across over to Hope Cook to Emmy Faith Wood, finding Milanese along the left side, up and in for 3 at the buzzer. Nice pass from Emmy Faith Wood there on the replay. Beautiful finesse and finish for Charlotte Milanese to put the Falcons up there. And that wouldn't be the last we heard Charlotte Milanese's name in that one, as she went on to put up a total of 13 points. Milanese is also tied with Hope Cook and Emmy Faith Wood for 3 made 3-pointers in a game dating back to November 7th against Marywood and including Wednesday's game against Albright. The Lady Falcons head to Reading on Wednesday for a Battle of the Birds with Eastern at 7 o'clock.
And that wasn't the only exciting action for women's basketball. Head coach Mike Miller earned his 800th career win.
3.4 to play.
3.6 seconds left.
Fence
and
opening for 2, successful from the line. Last chance for Albright. Episode, and there it is! Win number 800 for Coach Mike Miller! And the Falcons win this one, 59-56. What a game it was. It came down to the wire, and the Falcons showed a lot of grit for Coach Miller's 800th career win.
with the Falcons' 59-56 victory over Albright College, Miller became just the 3rd coach in Division III women's basketball history to reach 800 career wins.
Pretty special honor for me to be on the call with you for that one, and what an accomplishment. And we at YBTV Sports want to congratulate Mike Miller yet again, as well as all of our other athletes who have set records this past weekend.
That's right, Cameron. Many of our Falcons have had record-breaking seasons, but the year isn't quite done yet, and there's still a lot more titles to be taken. But unfortunately, that is all we have for tonight.
Make sure to stay tuned for YB Tonight right after this break.
Josiah, you had a mental breakdown last winter.
Josiah Rodriguez, your host for YB Tonight. I'm here to give you some wonderful advice for your upcoming Valentine's Day. Here with some tips and tricks about love. Tip number 1, when approaching a woman, take things slow. Always be careful to never accidentally chase them in the middle of the night in a parking lot.
Everything okay here, bud?
Yeah, everything's fine. I'm just doing the cold open, you know?
No, you don't work for YBTV anymore, remember? You got fired last semester.
No, I work here. I just did a sketch last week, you know? That's how things go.
Oh, God, the hallucinations are getting worse. No. You're in a mental hospital right now.
Well, what happened to me?
Josiah, you had a mental breakdown last winter.
It couldn't have been that bad.
You hit a reporter with your car because you thought they were a reindeer.
Well, it tasted like reindeer.
What?
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 ¿Qué pasa?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Can I still host the show?
No! Corporate news stations don't allow psychos to host.
Well.
My decision is final. You're never hosting. Hey, get back! What's the worst that can happen?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first episode of YB Tonight for the semester. I'm your host, Connor Zodi.
Well then, sorry I'm late. Hello, my name is Josiah Rodriguez, and I will be your actual host this fine evening. We've got a phenomenal show for you coming up. I will be sitting down with captains of the Super Smash Brothers and Rocket League teams, Michael Saunders Jr. and Quint Fryer. Now, I'm going to slip into something a bit more flattering, but stay tuned. YB Tonight will be right back after the break.
My name is Curtis Seaman. I'm a senior journalism major. So my entire life, I've really enjoyed writing, really enjoyed sports. I thought that if I combined the two, sports journalism would be the perfect major for me. I feel very prepared for post-graduation with practicum. That's been a huge help. You have to participate in 3 different mediums of communication, media, throughout the class period. And to be able to do things like radio and television and writing has just kind of really helped to broaden my horizons. And in terms of writing, I'm also excited to use all of those skills that I've learned as well. Obviously, the professors here in the communication department are fantastic, and they really know how to get you to drill down and get you to write the best that you possibly can. In senior SEM, Dr. Dixon prays before every class, and a lot of other professors do that. To be able to pray in class, to be able to talk about faith-based things, is just huge, and I really have appreciated that all 4 of my years here at Messiah. So right now I'm interning at WGAL 8 in Lancaster, which is just a TV station, NBC affiliate. The hours are a little rough. They're from 4 in the morning until noon, but that's also been a look ahead of what it's going to be like in my career in the future, so that's been also a good experience. For MC77, my sophomore year was the first year I did. I started on camera, moved to floor manager. I've done everything from camera to producing, executive producing, anchoring, VTR, audio. You can do pretty much any role. They're more than willing to give you the chance to make mistakes, but also to learn, because the time is now to make mistakes before you go out and are working for a real television station. MC77 has definitely given me a ton of great experience and prepared me for what's to come with that, and I'm excited to use that more within bigger TV stations and more live television day in and day out.
To YB Tonight. Please join me in welcoming the captains of the Messiah Esports team, Quint and Mikey, thank you so much for joining us. How are you guys doing tonight?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Good, yeah. Good. Thanks for having us.
Of course, we are glad to have you on the wonderful YB tonight. Now, in broad terms, what is the esports team and how can you describe your position on these teams?
Yeah, so basically what the esports team is, it's basically a collegiate program where we get to play video games in a competitive setting. We compete against other colleges from all across the country in our respective games that we play. For me, that would be Smash Bros, and for Quinn, it would be Rocket League. And yeah, it's a good time. We get to compete, and we get to learn and grow as we play.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know, I think like with each of our roles, yeah, being captains, like we take a little bit of a leadership role. And so whether that be kind of like organizing times for our teams to practice, like different from a lot of the like traditional sports, there's not like as much of like set times to practice. So it's more up to the discretion of us as players. And so yeah, it's a lot of just organizing people, making sure that we can get everybody there, everybody ready to go at the same time so that yeah, we can all go get after it. So.
It seems like you have a good teamwork with your entire group. Now I must ask, I know you're in charge of Smash Brothers and you have Rocket League. What other games and leagues do you guys have in terms of teams?
Yeah, so in addition to Smash and Rocket League, we also have League of Legends, Overwatch, and Valorant too that we also compete in.
Okay. I've heard League of Legends is very, very intense. How's that usually go?
It is very intense, very intense. I have friends who are very dedicated to that game, and they say that it's always something to like keep you on your toes at. So
all right.
Yeah, very intense.
No, I totally understand where you're coming from. Now, as you guys practice and get ready, what do these competitions usually look like when you go up against other competitors?
So I think for Rocket League, it's a lot of just online competition. So you'll just be playing, like, for example, we played University of Hartford last week. And so obviously they're in Connecticut. Obviously they're not coming all the way to Messiah to play us. So just playing them online on our computers. In my time here, I'm a sophomore. We also did a LAN event. And so what a LAN event looks like, it's kind of like a tournament where everybody's there. And so it's really cool. Like they'll have like a big stage set up, and they'll have like, for Rocket League, it's 3v3. So 3 computers on one side, 3 computers on the other side, and you're like sitting 20 feet from the people you're playing against, which is really cool. So, but yeah, it's normally, I mean, kind of similar to like, think of like the NBA playoffs, like how there's like best of 5s, best of 7s, stuff like that. That's most of what Rocket League is. So.
I see.
Yeah, and for Smash, it's kind of like a similar vein where like we also play online against different colleges from like all over. We'll also go, me and my Smash team will also go to like in-person tournaments around in the PA area. We have Millersville. We have friends down there that is about an hour from here, so not too horrible. But we'll go down there and we'll compete at their college and play Smash there.
Wow, it seems like you guys have a lot on your plate when it comes to all these games. I must ask, with everything you guys have accomplished so far, is there any major highlights from your time within the esports community that you just can't help but look back on fondly?
Yeah, so for me personally, I would say one of them is my freshman year when I was playing against this one school, and it's a 4v4 format, mind you. I started out first, and like, there have been multiple times actually where I single-handedly defeated everyone on the opposing team at the Arla College. So, and with that being freshman year, I felt that was a good way to like solidify my spot as someone who's deserving to be a part of the program. So
interesting.
Very proud of that.
Wow, you seem pretty talented in all this, I see.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think for me, like being a sophomore, I haven't had as much experience as Mikey, and so I think like some of the really valuable things to me have just been like the friends I've made on the team, the connections I've made within the program, having a lot of people like outside my major, outside of my classes that I just see around. That's really awesome, but I think also like we went down to Virginia Wesleyan, like I said, for a LAN last year, and so that was a super cool experience, just getting to go compete somewhere that's so far away against so many other kids who are just like us. I think that was really cool, but yeah, just like, I don't know, I enjoy it as another outlet to, yeah, just compete and just, I don't know, compete with new people, learn how to lead, learn how to play, learn how to work together. So.
Of course, I mean, it is a sport in a different form, and it seems like you guys are very strong at this. I must ask, what has driven your passion of video games up until now, and what made you want to join the esports teams in particular?
Ooh. So as far as the drive goes, ever since I can remember, I've video games have been a big part of my life, specifically with like Nintendo games. Definitely helped shape the person that I am today. I've been able to master like just video games as a way of just like bringing people together, regardless of how different we may seem. Video games is a great way to just bring people together and just to have a good time. And that was my main driving point to wanting to not just come to a good college, but a good college with a strong esports program. And that's why I wanted to be a part of the program here. It's just so that I can take my love for gaming and just exemplify it and just proclaim it as much as I can.
Yeah, I think for me, my love of video games, I mean, like, I have a younger brother, and the two of us would always just, like, going at each other playing Mario Kart or whatever, like, as kids. And so that, like, I loved that. And then as I got into, like, middle school, high school, I mean, Fortnite was getting big at that time. And so I'd play tons of Fortnite with my friends. And then, yeah, I found Rocket League sometime in middle school and just kind of, like, fell in love with the game. I thought it was so interesting. And so I just played and played and played and played and played. And then, yeah, ended up getting pretty good. And so, yeah, I mean, I came to Messiah and found we had an esports program here, and I found like that's another place where I can find new people again who I can meet, have connections with in and outside of Rocket League, and yeah, just have other people to play with. I really appreciate that. So.
No, I love that. I know, in particular for myself, I used to play a lot of video games with my brothers, whether it would be like the Lego games, the Mario Kart games, Skylanders, if you guys are familiar with those. And it's just a great communal experience just to get together and play these games. Now, I must ask, to any students who are interested in video games, who have a passion for it, how would you invite them on if they were interested in joining esports? Like, what would the process usually be for this?
Yeah, well, for now, we recently started an esports club where like people can just like come together at certain days and times to just get together and just play a whole assortment of video games, and also just like to build like that Christ Center community foundation with gaming on top of that. So that's something that's just been started recently this semester, and we're looking to just grow and expand upon that for not just casual gamers but competitive gamers alike.
All right.
I think you said it. Yeah, I got nothing to add.
No, it's great to hear that they have such a great opportunity here at Messiah. I must ask, now, while you do Smash Bros. And you do Rocket League, if there's any game that you feel like Messiah should sink their teeth into that hasn't been tackled just yet, what would you recommend?
Ooh.
I can go. I mean,
yeah,
it's got to be Fortnite. It's got to be Fortnite. It's still huge. Like, I've got tons of friends outside of the esports program that play it, and I feel like it would grow the program so much, just draw so much interest from students, because I mean everybody loves playing it. Like, it's still a lot of fun. So I think that would be ideally where I would go next.
All right.
Yeah, for me, and this is my Nintendo bias kicking in, but Splatoon.
Oh, Splatoon.
I would say that. Just like that's another one of my favorite games. It's just like the colorful like shooter experience. It's unlike any other like shooter I've played growing up. So I think that would be a good one that people would like also.
Oh, those are both fantastic choices, and they're great with teams and whatnot. I think that would be, man, a Messiah Splatoon team would be insane.
I know, yeah.
Now, I must ask, as you guys are preparing, what are the next competitions that you guys have in sight?
Well, for right now, it's mainly just comes down to like the leagues that we compete in, which is how we face off against multiple colleges. I know, speaking for last semester, we competed against a lot of colleges to where we got one of the highest ranking places in the entire country. So that's mainly how we stay up to date with just competition.
Right.
Yeah, and I think for us, you kind of said it, like it's all leagues. Like for us right now, we're in 2 or 3 different leagues. I want to say 3 different leagues, and so we that's most of our competition right now. We're looking at, there's also like Rocket League, so we play in different conferences right now. Like the 2 big conferences we're in are NACE and ECAC, and so we play in those 2 conferences. But then like Rocket League does like a collegiate Rocket League, like overarching, it's called CRL, yeah. But we'll play in the qualifier for that, and so it's just like we try and find different opportunities to play different tournaments, qualify different tournaments, but most of it is just league play.
So that honestly sounds fantastic. I'm really glad to hear that y'all have such great stuff coming your way. Now, I know you said you have these big nights that you can partake in. Where would we be able to reach out to you guys for that, like to join these gaming nights and whatnot?
Yeah, so and really just to stay up to date with all things Messiah, you can find us on our Instagram, our Twitter, and our Twitch pages, all at messiah.esports, to keep up to date on like our game days and just any events that we have planned for the future of Messiah. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, these sound like fantastic teams to be a part of, and I hope the students that are watching will be able to maybe join. Now, it was great talking with you guys. We'll be having a quick break, and when we get back, we're going to test Mikey here in a game of Smash Brothers, where I will try to see what I can do, and maybe I can earn a rightful place among you. We'll find out here on YBTV.
Christian universities recruit from a pool of prospective students who vary greatly in their Christian denominational backgrounds and faith traditions. In a way, each student could be portrayed as a different colored piece of glass. Some Christian universities may seek only one subset of students, let's say these red pieces of glass. Others might prefer to recruit different subsets of students, blue pieces of glass, for example. Still others may welcome many colors of glass, but still see it as their mission to make students' incoming colors more uniform, to change them all to purple, for example, by the time they graduate. But at Messiah University, we take a different approach. Messiah's vision of reconciliation welcomes students from a wide variety of Christian traditions and backgrounds, symbolized by many more colors. We call this the Messiah metaphor. At Messiah, each student brings a valuable perspective that is celebrated, appreciated, and allowed to remain distinct. In the grace of our shared love of Christ, and in our worship, study, and service, we combine our individual colors into a community that is more beautiful together, like a strong and vibrant stained glass window. And the insight that is born in all of us is the light that shines through. Together, we see anew.
Messiah has helped me see my career anew because of the multiple opportunities that I have on campus to travel with the career centers. And so because of that, I've been able to obtain an internship through Messiah, and that's just amazing. I never would have gotten that opportunity without Messiah.
Welcome back. I'm Josiah Rodriguez, joined by Michael Saunders Jr. here, and we will now be going to a head-to-head in a game of Super Smash Brothers. Mikey, are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, let's see how this goes.
Good luck, have fun.
You know what? That's a good mantra to have. Good luck, have fun. Good luck, have fun, don't die. We'll see how this.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, this is for all of YBTV.
Oh boy.
We need underdog story.
Let's see here. Load.
Oh man.
Okay, yeah, that was a bad attempt. You know what? Let's try this again. Go. 9, 5, 9. Yeah. Let's see here. All right. Let's see.
Here we go.
Okay, you know what? I think you know what? I might be able to recover. Maybe. Just maybe.
Maybe?
Yeah,
I
maybe.
don't know
Maybe he's a
about
strong
that.
word. You are an esports legend. I
I
am but a humble host. And I am.
Hold up.
You are the fastest man alive, and I am a literal nepo baby right now. So that's just how things go.
I hope you peep the Sonic in I had on.
Let's see how this pans. Oh, okay. Bounce out of there.
Hold up.
All right, load. Nope. Okay, let's see. Where are you?
Wait for it. Ooh. Wait for it.
Ah,
dang,
you
bro.
know what? Understandable.
Wow.
Understandable. Let's see. Well,
No, I wouldn't say that was too bad.
it wasn't too bad, but
Nah.
we could try. I can try better.
No.
Let's see how this
Yeah,
pans
here
out.
we go. Yeah.
Best 2 out of 3.
Yeah, 2 out of 3.
You know?
You know.
Let's.
We got.
I could. Maybe.
We're so.
God works in mysterious
we're so
ways.
in
Let's
us.
see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch up. You're from. What game are they from?
Xenoblade Chronicles.
Okay, I never played that game. I'll try with the Wally knockoff here.
Wally. Ooh. Okay.
Rob, good old Rob. He was a Nintendo robot, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's also a top tier in this game. So you should theoretically do well.
Theoretically being a key word.
Yeah.
Go. I can't. Where are you? Come on. It's a slaughterhouse right here. Yeah.
But hold on. Now I'm sure you got something in the tank.
And there you go, flying off to the distance.
Wait a minute.
This is wonderful.
Oh, that was some match there.
No, why can't I
you got
go? Okay, you know what? You know, my brothers are really good gamers. They're probably laughing right now. They're laughing so much. Let's see. My cousin's a really good gamer. I think I'm in all the family genes. I probably have the worst gamer genes.
The only thing about it is when I'm on the 6, ain't no time for laughs.
They're also
you gotta remember that.
Come on, go. Go, jump.
Does he though?
Die. Why won't you? Okay. Jump. I'm jumping.
Ah, God. Well, my golly gee, that is crazy.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Well, that's. Let's do one more. Just for a shot.
I was gonna say,
just for a shot.
I think I know what the problem is. You need to find a character that really speaks to you in this moment.
Speaks to me in this way.
In this moment.
You know what?
And in my case.
You want to do something?
Let's see. Oh yeah.
Let's see. I'll go with. Let's see.
And take your time.
I will go with. You know what? I'm trying to think. Pac-Man. You know what? Fine. Let's go Pac-Man. Let's see where this goes.
All right.
Why not? I don't know.
So clearly you're done messing around at this point, right?
I guess. I don't know. We'll find out in a second.
I bet. Let's get it.
Mac versus Pac.
Yeah. Something I like to often say is that we finna get lit in this joint, and this is one of them joints right here. So let's get it. Oh, the movement.
Okay, come on.
Ooh. Not the recovery, though. What y'all know about that? Hold on.
All right.
Come on.
Come on, die. Nope.
Okay. I had that quick feet. I had that quick feet, bro.
I don't know what the fire hydrant does. Is that a... Die. Come on, die. No, jump.
Ooh.
No,
Yeah.
All right, let's see where this goes. Come on, please.
Bro got them gym goals for real. Hold up.
All right, come on, please.
Ooh.
Lord, answer my prayer.
Hold up.
All right, come on.
Hold up.
Nope, jump. Thank you. Nope, die. No, please, just.
Ooh. Hold up. The movement. Wait.
Come on, I got this.
No way.
You know what?
Ooh.
You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. It's fine. It's all good.
It's all good.
You are a champion. I am simply a humble man who was put in a situation where I guess I was a bit one-sided. You know what?
Nah, it's not always about the games. It's the friends we make along the way.
Yeah, you know what? I respect that.
Nah,
I respect
real.
that.
Totally.
You know what? I will take this humble defeat, and I am glad to have. If I was to be defeated that badly by anybody, I'm glad it was a champion like you.
See, I'm honored. You know,
this was a good time. This was
really
a very good time.
It really was.
This was good. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
It was a blast.
I appreciate it. We will have to do this again, maybe off air, just so I can try to get a little better.
Oh no, totally. Yeah.
We'll see how it pans out.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you all so much for coming here for YB tonight. And I hope you all have a fantastic night. Thank you so much for just the interview, for the games. And yeah, to all our viewers out there, stay safe. That is all the time we have. Enjoy the rest of your evening and tune in next week for another edition of YB Tonight. Good night from Grantham.
Gotta go fast.
That was a beating. Dude,